Hello my beloveds, welcome back to my yoga flows. Today's theme is ocean hatha. So we're going to take the power of the ocean and the water element and we're going to flow with it. So when you're ready, get your mat, lay it out. Let's start flowing. Let's get in a comfortable seated position. Cross-legged, Sukhasana or easy pose. And let's align our spine, stacking our spinal column, shining our chest to the heavens, and keeping our hands relaxed on our knees or our thighs. Feel free to engage in mudras or these hand postures that allow for you to focus your body movement even more while we're in easy pose. One of my favorite to do is pinky to thumb, and this is for intelligence. And each one has their own meaning, which I'm sure I'll go over at some point, but this is one of my favorite. So now that we're in seated pose, your chest is shining, feel free to close your eyes, and let's just start checking in with ourselves. Simply start observing your breath, not making any changes or alterations to it. Just noticing your inhales and your exhales. Just do this a few more times at your own pace. And at any time you lose focus or your attention, just bring your awareness back to your breath and back to the sound of the ocean. If you want to use a visual meditation, maybe picture a pool of water or the ocean itself calmly lapping up against the shore. Just constantly readjusting your focus to our breath and the power, the element of water. And on our next breath, let's maybe deeply inhale a little more than we naturally would, filling our chest and our lungs with prana. And exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Do another one here, inhale. And open mouth, exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Great job. Now I'm going to teach you how to activate your ocean's breath. This is also called Ujjayi or warrior's breath. And simply all you do is inhale through your nose, seal your lips, and you push the air out of a constricted throat back out your nose. Like if you were fogging up a mirror that was underneath your nose. Again, inhale, sealing your lips, and exhale. One more time at your own pace. Very good. Continuing your breath, either open mouth exhales or Ujjayi. And slowly swing our legs out to the side and behind us, getting in neutral tabletop position. And let's check in with our posture here. Are your fingers spread like starfish into the sand? Are your hips stacked over your knees? Your shoulders stacked over your elbows? The eyes of your elbows rotated to the front of the mat? And finally stacked over your wrists. You want your legs and feet parallel to the length of the mat. And feel free to make adjustments to your mat or to your posture at any time in our flow. This is a personal practice, so I highly encourage you make it personal. And then finally, let's have our gaze look down in between our hands neutrally at the mat or the sand if you want to choose to be in the ocean right now on the beach. And let's just find our breath once again. Inhale, creating space in our body. Exhale, releasing it like the ocean waves receding. Inhale, and exhale. And on our next inhale, we're going to get into child's pose or balasana. So let's put our toes together, spreading our knees mat width apart, And let's slowly sink our hips into our ankles. We were about to get nice and close to the sand and to the earth. And let's walk our hands out in front of us. And as we're sinking and melting into the earth, coming closer to the sand on the beach, let's finally put our third eye rested on the earth. And we're going to hold this for a few cycles of breath here, 3 to 4 at your own pace, either using ocean's breath or open mouth exhales. And let's create space in our hips, in our back, in our shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, expanding that chest, using your diaphragm to create space. And exhale, sinking a little deeper into our hips and our ankles, melting our chest a little closer to the earth, the Pachamama. Just picturing the ocean drifting you off into a beautiful, comfortable, relaxed place. Maybe feeling like what it was to be a child again. In the summer, going to the beach. Picture your favorite activity, your pastime when you were a kid. And just invite that childlike joy and that love into your practice today, sending light and love to your body. With every breath, inhaling that white light, and every exhale, releasing anything that no longer serves you. Take a few more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale, sinking deeper into our stretch. One more breath here, make it count. Inhale. And on our next exhale, slowly walking our hands back up to our bodies, raising our chest and our third eye off of the sand. And then finally, bringing our knees together, coming back to neutral tabletop. Great job, guys. The element of water is very sacred and is associated with our sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra is the energy wheel right below our navel, governing our creativity, our emotions, our connections to ourself, with the universe, and the ones we love around us. Feel free to make some big circles with your hips. Going in both directions to complete the cycle of energy. Finding your flow, finding your rhythm like water would find in a landscape. Carving out what isn't strong and leaving behind the rocks and the boulders. When you're ready, let's come back into neutral tabletop. We're going to push up for downward facing dog, our first one in the class, or Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, tucking your toes, sending your hips into the sky, pressing your fingers like starfish into the sand, and then just melt those head, neck, and shoulders right back down to Gaia herself. Feel free to give yourself a generous micro bend in your knees. This is the first downward dog of the class. And as well, you can also walk your dog out just by pulsing your legs and your hamstrings, making sure that your fingers are constantly spread and pushing into the earth, giving you support. And let's do a few more cycles of breath here. Inhale. And exhale, sinking deeper into a downward dog. A few more here at your own pace. And on our next exhale, let's round out to high plank or Phalangasana. And on our next exhale, slowly coming back down to the earth and to the sand. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale, all the way down. Great job. And placing your third eye onto the mat. Let's take a moment here to reintegrate our intention and the theme of the class and what you want to work on today as we flow and heal our bodies with the power of water and the ocean. And on our next inhale, we're just going to go up to baby cobra, not a full upward facing dog. So just slightly bringing your head and your chest off the mat, using your hands as support. And exhale, coming down to our left cheek. Let's take a breath here, inhale. And exhale, letting it all go back to the earth and back to the ocean. On our next inhale, coming up to the middle again, baby cobra. And exhale, right cheek to the mat and to the earth. And on our next inhale, let's go up to the middle once more, baby cobra. And let's continue that journey up by sending ourselves up to upward facing dog, pushing up off of the mat. And for full expression, untucking your toes, zippering your legs together, and coming all the way up. Shining that chest to the heavens. And exhale, tucking your toes, sending your hips up for downward facing dog. Again, feel free to walk out your dog, pulse your legs, and give yourself a generous bend in your knees. Let's do our vinyasa flow one more time. Round out to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, keeping the eyes of our elbows rotated to the front of the mat and our elbows tucked into our side. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, sending your hips to the air, downward facing dog. Great job. Let's do it one more time, breath to movement. So inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, let's meet back in downward facing dog. And when you're ready, come back to neutral tabletop position. Feel free to grab any water if you need. It says ocean hatha after all. Keep yourself hydrated and flowing with that life water. And then when you're ready, come back to neutral tabletop. Taking a moment to check in, checking with our posture once again, and just breathing. Just relax, giving it back to the earth, letting the sound of the ocean wash over you. Bring your awareness and attention back to the present moment, not worried about the past or the future that no longer exists or will not exist in certainty. And just being present, being aware of this current moment in our breath. Again, maybe making some more movements, swaying side to side, front and back, or making giant circles with our hips, slow, controlled movements. Smiling because you showed up to the mat today and found my class on YouTube. And when you're ready, let's do one more vinyasa flow at your own pace. Exhale, downward facing dog, high plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. And when you're ready, let's actually walk our hands and our feet together. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Exhale, let it all go. You want to bring your weight to the front of the mat, over your toes. You want all 10 toes pressed into the mat, engaged. Let your head, neck, and shoulders hang heavy. Just like gravity, do all the work here. This is a type of inversion yoga, anytime your heart is above your head, which is very good for your entire body and your brain, giving it oxygen and blood. Feel free to grab your ankles to give yourself a little bit of a deeper stretch, Or if that's not intense enough, you can always grab behind your legs. And if you wish, you can grab opposite elbows for ragdoll and sway side to side. Just breathing, connecting with yourself. Bring your attention back to the sound of the waves. Maybe picturing yourself standing at the shore and just swaying your fingers side to side, splashing in the water. And when you're ready, slowly rising up to halfway lift, bringing that ocean energy up. And you can either have your palms on your shins, avoiding pressure on your knees or your thighs. And again, engaging all 10 toes into the mat, leaning forward and breathing, keeping your gaze neutral ahead of you, flat back. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, release back down to the earth, back down to the ocean water. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Again, swaying side to side, grabbing that ocean water in your hands. And on our next inhale, we're going to rise up to Tadasana, our mountain pose, bringing that ocean water up through our root, up through our sacral, past our solar plexus, up to our heart, splashing it above us, overhead, past our throat, and our third eye, and finally up over our crown. Exhale, pushing out, arms out to the side. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, out to the sides. One more time. Inhale, arms up, and this time we're going to cactus our arms for Patarangasana, or slight back bend. Exhale. Let's hold this for 3 cycles of breath, shining our chest to the heavens in the air. Filling our lungs and our chest with prana and chi. Great job, everyone. Trying to keep a 90-degree bent angle in our elbows. Let's go inhale, upward salute. Making our arms parallel to each other, pinkies slightly in. And exhale, forward fold, ascend it back down to the earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Good job. Bringing that ocean water again once up through our body and our spine, cleansing and purifying. Inhale, arms overhead. And this time, let's bring palms together for Anjali Mudra. And let's exhale, bringing those palms down past our crown, past our third eye, past our throat, into heart center, Anahata Chakra. Let's just take a moment here to check in with our posture and our Tadasana, or mountain pose. Very grounding and strengthening pose. Are your feet parallel to each other in the length of the mat? Are they in line, your toes and your heels? Stacking your hips over your ankles, tucking in your hips, engaging your core, shining your chest. And feel free to leave your arms to the side and neutral, or again, arms out to the side, inhale, palms together, and exhale, bringing it back down to heart center. And I encourage you to close your eyes, and let's bring our awareness to our intention that we set in the beginning of class. What type of person do you look like that's going to fulfill that intention? What sort of sacred, creative, connecting way can you engage your intention to be real to you and in your heart and to your daily practice as a human? A few more breaths here at your own pace. Inhale. And exhale. Finding strength and stability in our mountain pose, being guided by the sacred waters of the ocean that flows all around us. Even the water molecules in the air and in our bodies, us being mostly made up of water. Let's take a moment here to restructure our water molecules inside our body. So on our next inhale, let's bring light from the universe all around us to our third eye. And exhale, bring that white light from our third eye all the way down our spine to our sacral, right below our navel. And then from our navel, let's spread that to our entire body like water washing over us. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, bringing that ambient white light all the way from the universe. Drinking it into our third eye. Exhaling it to our sacral. And then distributing to the rest of our body. One more time here. Inhale. White light to your third eye. Exhale, white light from third eye to sacral. Inhale, sending that white light from our sacral to the rest of our body. And exhale, letting it all go. I'm going to flow through our sun salutations. So on the next inhale, upward salute. Ardha Hastasana. And exhale, cactus in your arms, slight back bend. Inhale, arms overhead, upward salute. And exhale, sending that energy back down to the earth, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's do halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, plant your palms, high plank. Continuing that exhale, let's go all the way down to the earth, Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping our elbows tucked into our body with control. And inhale, upward facing dog. Great job. And downward facing dog, tucking your feet, sending your hips, melting your chest into the earth. And notice the difference between this downward dog and the first one of the class. What sensations arise? What sort of feelings or emotions come to mind as we use the power of the sacred water to activate our sacral chakra, bringing us a little more connected to ourselves, connected to the universe, and connected to our breath. If emotions arise, just let them come, observe them with no judgment, and exhale them away if they no longer serve you in this current form. And on the next inhale, let's walk our feet towards our hands, forward fold, Uttanasana. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. And inhale, slowly rising up, bringing that ocean energy up our spine, past our root, past our sacral, past our solar, past our heart, past our throat, up past our third eye, into the top of our crown, shooting it out like a water fountain or geyser above us to the heavens. And exhale, coming back down to Tadasana, our mountain pose, finding our posture, finding our strength, making any adjustments you feel is necessary for your pose today. Great job. Just breathing and flowing. On our next inhale, let's do one more sun salutation, but this time breath and movement. So just listen to my voice and my commands. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, high plank. Continuing that exhale all the way back down to the earth, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. And when you're ready, let's find ourselves a neutral tabletop position. Just taking a moment to check in with ourselves, adjust our posture if need be. And let's go into child's pose one more time before we start any other poses. Again, bringing your toes to touch, knees mat width apart, walking your hands in front of you, sinking your hips into your ankles, and then finally bringing your chest down to the earth and your third eye down to the mat. And just hold this for a few cycles of breath here, noticing the difference between this child's pose and the first one in our class. This is a hip opener, and hips are part of the sacral chakra, so it is very normal to feel emotions arise that have been stored in our body like a battery of emotions. Just simply observe and let them pass. One more breath here, inhale. And exhale, coming out of child's pose, slowly walking your hands up, adjusting your hips and your feet and your ankles and your knees, coming back to neutral tabletop. Great job. Now let's engage in some cat and cows. So let's exhale, sending our back up into the air, sagging our head, neck, and shoulders down to the earth for cat. Inhale, creating space in our back and our spine. And exhale, making sure our palms and our fingers are pressed into the earth and spread. The eyes of our elbows are rotated. And exhale, let's come down to cow, sagging our stomach down to the earth, shining our head, neck, and shoulders and our chest to the heavens. Inhale. And exhale. One more here, inhale. And exhale. Feel free now to engage at your own pace between cat and cow. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see the full motion of what I'm doing. One more here, inhale. Cat. And exhale, back down to cow. Great job. Finding ourselves coming back to a neutral tabletop position. Let's put our feet out in front of us. And while we're in the ocean, let's picture ourselves floating somewhere deep, far out into the vast ocean. We're going to do boat pose for our core, or Narayana. You want all 10 toes engaged into the mat in front of you, pressing into your mat. You're going to picture your body as a boat floating in this vast open ocean, not only seeing just the horizon of water all around you, the blue sky and the dark blue ocean. Feel free to keep your hands and your fingers to your side, behind you for more support, or for full expression, your arms parallel to the water. Making sure you keep a 90-degree angle, bent in your knees, and let's just slowly lean back, engaging our core, sucking in that navel and our belly button into our spine, and releasing, dropping back a little further, making sure we stay engaged, all 10 toes and our core. Inhale. And exhale, sink a little deeper so that there's a 45-degree angle between our back and the water surface. And we are now in full boat pose. So just enjoy yourself as you use your core to strengthen your vessel and keep your body above water and your mind from drowning in the chaos of this entropic universe. And find alignment in sacred crystalline structures within the negentropic molecules of water. Water is perfectly angled to channel, to guide, to dissolve, to move energy and electricity. So channel that water in your body, structuring it perfectly, sending light and love to every water molecule, turning it into the most perfect crystalline structure. Inhale love, and exhale anything that no longer serves you in this moment. Again, if this is too much, you can revert to your hands to your side for support or behind you. And let's just inhale, bringing that right leg up, making sure it's parallel to the earth, engaging those toes, pointing them forward. Breathing in and exhale, releasing it back down to the earth. Great job. Let's do the left. Inhale, keeping it parallel to the earth, engaging our toes, pointing them. And exhale back down. Great job. Inhale right. Exhale, putting it back down. Inhale left. And exhale, bringing it back down to the water surface. Let's do a few at your own pace. Making sure your core is constantly engaged, sucking in that navel to your spine. And when you're ready, let's take an inhale and bring both legs up together, zippering our legs, pointing our toes. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. I know it's hard, you guys got this. Inhale, finding the strength in the ocean and the water. And exhale, sending love to our water molecules, making them perfect and cleansed. Inhaling strength. Exhaling love and light to our bodies. One more here, you're doing great. Inhale, finding strength in our breath. And exhale, release, let everything go, coming down to Savasana. Let's just take a moment here to relax. Let's maybe take a full body stretch, arms overhead. And open mouth, exhale, possibly making a tone or a sound. Again, inhale. Filling your chest and lungs with prana. And exhale, making an audible sound. One more at your own pace. Sighing in relief. And then when you're ready, let's put our arms out to the side for a supine twist. And bringing our right leg into the air, inhale. And exhale, bending our knees slightly. Bringing it across our left side body. Feel free to use your left hand to guide that right thigh across, keeping your shoulders pressed onto the earth. And for full expression, looking over at your right hand, outstretched to the right of you. Every inhale, we lengthen and lift. Every exhale, we sink deeper into our stretch. Holding this for a few more poses. For a few more cycles of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Sinking deeper. Making sure that your body's not in pain and there's no sharp sensations of pain in your spine. You want to be comfortably relaxed, just slightly sore. One more breath here, you're doing great. Inhale. And exhale, slowly bringing it back across our right side body. Inhale, bringing that right leg a little higher into the air. And then exhale, slowly bringing it back down to the surface of the water that we've been floating on. Great job. Inhale, let's take our left leg, sending it into the air. And exhale, let's do the same on this side, slightly bending our knee. Using our right hand to guide our right thigh across our body. Every inhale, we lengthen and lift, and every exhale, we sink deeper into our supine twist, keeping your shoulders pressed onto the mat. And for full expression, looking out to your outstretched hand to the left of you. Let's do a few more cycles of breath here, 3 at your own pace. Inhale, and exhale. Finding strength in our breath. And relieving all sensation of discomfort and pain, giving it back to the ocean. One more breath. And on our next exhale, slowly releasing that left leg up across our left side body into the air. Inhale, stretching it a little higher. And exhale, slowly bringing it back down. And let's just relax all our limbs and our head. We're going to do fish pose. So on our next inhale, let's bring our hands underneath our hips, placing our feet onto the earth, sending our hips into the air. Feel free to grab hands underneath your buttocks and sending your hips higher and your chest. Hold this for a few more cycles of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Releasing your palms and your fingers, slowly bringing your hips back down to the earth and outstretching your feet in front of you. On our next inhale, let's bring both our legs into the air for happy baby, grabbing inside ankles and bringing those legs into yourself, into your chest. Feel free to rock side to side, massaging your lower back. Inhale, legs into the air. Exhale, this time, wrapping your hands around your shins, squeezing your legs into your chest for a ball. And holding this for a few cycles of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And on our next breath, let's fully release, coming down to our final resting position of Shavasana, letting everything hang heavy out to the side, releasing all tension, relaxing your hands out to the side, either palms facing down for receiving, palms facing up for giving back to the earth or the universe. And just close your eyes and listen to my voice guide you deeper into the ocean. And this time, let's go into the ocean. Submarine level. Just letting the cool, dark, navy blue water engulf us as we sink deeper and deeper to the bottom, the deepest parts of the ocean. Every inhale, we dissolve our bodies into the water. Every exhale, we dissolve our minds with it. Every inhale, we dissolve our bodies. Every exhale, just releasing all tension, sinking deeper and deeper into the deepest depths of the ocean. Letting all your worries and your pain simply dissolve off of you and dissipate to the water all around you. With every inhale, we dissolve our bodies. With every exhale, we dissolve our minds. Every inhale, dissolving our bodies. Every exhale, our minds with it. Becoming one with the deepest part of the ocean, with all the sea creatures, with all the water that makes up the beautiful blue planet we live on. Having no defined form, just being aqueous, being fluid, letting your soul flow, being rocked and caressed by the motion of the ocean. And on our next inhale, let's invite that healing sacred water into our bodies, filling our sacral chakra right below our navel, making it swirl and oscillate a little faster, either picturing an orange ball of energy or a blue ball of energy for water. With every breath, it grows brighter and stronger, oscillating and rotating and spinning like a wheel, like an orb of water, like a drop of rain hitting the surface. Breathing in love and light to our sacral. And exhale anything that no longer serves our creative, in sexual forms. One more time, inhale that light and love to our sacral chakras right below our navel. And exhale, releasing anything that no longer serves us in this aqueous form. Floating in the ethereal realm of the deepest ocean, being one with the universe, superseding time, transcending the human condition. You're an infinite, timeless spirit being sent to this earth to feel love, to send that love to others around you. Constantly creating connections. Anytime you drift too far away or you dissolve too completely, just bring your attention and your awareness back to your breath. Knowing that you're safe and that you're guided on your journey on this planet. And that everything happens for a reason. And that everything is profound, whether you want to give it meaning or not. And that you are loved. And that you are beautiful. And that you are sacred. Inhale. Bringing all of that into your body. And exhale. Anything that no longer serves you in this new form. Take one more breath here in this deep, formless void, bringing all the healing power of the universe into our bodies through our breath. And exhale. On our next inhale, let's bring that oxygen into our lungs and starting to inflate ourselves back up to the surface, as we were in a giant bubble of air being sent to the top. With the water getting a little brighter blue with every inhale. Slowly seeing that sky come into view. Every inhale rebuilding your mind. Every inhale rebuilding your body with it. There's a big final breath here. Inhale, breaking the surface of the water, coming back up to the sun, up to the sky. And floating on the surface of the ocean. Every inhale we rebuild our minds. Every exhale we rebuild our bodies with it. Being rebirthed out of the ocean like Aphrodite herself. In our new, perfect, radiant form. Light, love, and sacred water. And on the next inhale, let's let those ocean waves caress us back to the shore. Breath by breath, wave by wave, riding the energy of the planet and of this water and of your body back safely to shore, back safely to the sand on the beach where it's warm and happy and sunny. With our next breath, inhale. Gently being placed on the shore, feeling that earth underneath us, feeling the stability and the structure that we now own in our bodies. And I encourage you just to invite some movement into your form, into your body, slowly wiggling your fingers, wiggling your feet, just breathing and connecting, letting that ocean wave splash up over your legs, over your sacral, receding back out to the ocean, giving Mother Ocean all of our fears, all of our worries and anxiety. And on our next inhale, now that we're fully on the sand, the sun beaming on us, let's roll over into fetal position, using our bicep as a pillow, as our final stage of rebirth out of the ocean. Just like our very, very primal, pre-evolutionary ancestors before us came out of the ocean and explored land for the first time. And on our next inhale, using our hands to push us up off of the sand and into seated position, or easy pose, or sukhasana, like the beginning of the class. Sitting cross-legged, erecting our spine, shining our chest a little higher, noticing the difference between this easy pose and the first one of the class. How much more radiant and sacred do you feel? How much more connected to the world and to yourself that you are? Just keeping your eyes closed. Just bring our attention, our awareness back to our breath and back to the sound of the ocean swirling all around us. And again, let's activate our ocean's breath, sealing our lips. Inhale through our nose and receding like the ocean water, exhaling it back out our nose. Inhale 2, exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, exhale 2, 3, 4. And this last exhale, squeeze all that air out of our diaphragm and our chest, squeezing that navel into our spine, finally activating the last bit of our sacral chakra and holding our breath, holding it for as long as you can, and bringing your attention back to your third eye and your mental awareness of your drisdi, holding it, cherishing it, supercharging your intention with the power of your breath and your sacral. And hold it till you no longer can. And let out a tone. Oh. Rewriting the architecture of our DNA, the sacred power of water. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Perfectly bent at 120 degrees to serve you, to help purify and cleanse your body. And on our next inhale, let's bring our arms out to the side, overhead, palms in together. And one last final time, as a collective conscious, exhaling, bringing your palms down past our crown, past our third eye, past our throat, into our heart center, Anahata Chakra, start of it all. Feel free to open your eyes if you already haven't. Bringing that light back into your optical flow. And just being grateful you showed up to the mat today. And know that this was all for you. You deserve it. And as said in the ancient tradition of yoga, the light, the love, the sacred water in me is the light and love and the sacred water in you. Namaste, and may you have a blessed day. Thank you.